Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Let's begin lesson number 10. And inshallah, in this lesson, we have lots of new ideas. So now we can see, like, as we are proceeding into the course, like things are getting, like, mashallah, like lots of things we are learning now. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about attached pronouns. In the previous lessons, we have learned about detached pronouns like hada, and similarly, in fact, huwa and hiya, and dhalika and tilka. And inshallah, in this lesson, we will learn about the attached pronouns like hu, ha, ka, and ya. After that, we will learn about type of ma. Let's remember that there are around 10 types of ma that have been used in the Quran. So there's nothing to worry about it. Inshallah, once we proceed into the course, we will definitely learn all of them. So we have already learned one type of ma, which is ma al-istifham, that is used to ask a question. As we have learned, masmuka, what is your name? And today, inshallah, we will learn about the second type of ma, which means didn't. And when it comes with the past tense, it means didn't. One more adverb we are going to learn, which is ma, and this is also used as special mudaf. We have learned like tahta, amama, khalfa, and inda. 4 of them we have already learned, and we have seen that 4 of them are used as mudaf. And this is the 5th one that we are learning over here, ma, that means with, and it is also used as mudaf. Then we will learn the preposition be, a very, very common preposition. It's used a lot in the Quran, and I would say that it's the most commonly used preposition in Arabic language and also in the Quran. So inshallah, we will learn about it. And li, we have learned about it, but today we will see that there will be a slight change when we use it with the attached pronouns. When we use it with the nouns, we know that it will be, for example, when we use it with lafz al-jalala, it becomes lillahi. But when we use it with the attached pronouns, for example, we have who, and when we want to say, when we use the preposition lam before it, then it becomes lahu. So what happens? This kasra changes into fatha. And when does it change into fatha? When we use it with the attached pronouns. And then we will see the difference between li and indi. And then inshallah, we will learn 2 more verbs, or in fact, these are the forms of the verb. For the past tense, we have already learned dhahaba, and we know that dhahaba means he went. And today, inshallah, we will learn that if you want to say you went, we will say dhahabta. And if you want to say I went, then we will say dhahabtu. So these are the forms of the verb that inshallah, we will keep on learning like this. And with the passage of time, we will get to know how to use them. However, as of now, our focus is only on the nominal sentence, and the focus is only on how to use the nouns properly. And inshallah, once we proceed further into the course, we will definitely discuss in detail like about the verbs. However, whatever we are learning about the verbs, please try to memorize it and try to practice it. For example, we have learned jalasa, that means he sat, and similarly we have learned kharaja, that means he left, and we have learned dhahaba, that means he went, in fact. And today we are learning dhahabta, you went, and dhahabtu, I went. So the change that has taken place over here is only the vowel signs. So when we have ta with fatha, it means you went, and when we have ta with dhamma, that means I went. All right, so we have already learned detached pronouns. We call them dhamirun munfasilun. We have learned that huwa means he, and when we use it in a sentence, we say huwa bilalun, he is Bilal. Now we will focus on the attached pronouns, dhamirun muttasilun, which is who. So the attached pronoun that we use for huwa is who. And when do we use it? When we talk about the possession of something. For example, we say hadha kitabuhu, this is his book. So here we are saying he is Bilal, so we say huwa Bilalun. But when we talk about something that belongs to him, for example, we are talking about the book that belongs to him, so we say this is his book. So in English we use his, and in Arabic we will use who. It will be hada kitabuhu. This is his book. So for huwa we will use who, and for hiya we will use ha. For example, we have learned hiya, and we know that when we use it in a sentence, we say hiya Aisha tu. This is Aisha. And when we want to say that something belongs to her, for example, we want to say this is her book, then we will say hada kitabu ha. Hada kitabu ha. So ha is used for Aisha, and in English, as we can see, it means her. And this is her book. So for here, we will use the attached pronoun ha. Huwa, who, and hiya, ha. Then we will learn two more. Anta means you, we have learned. And for example, we say anta Bilalun. And when we want to say this is your book, we will say hada kitabuka. So for anta, we use ka. And please remember that we are talking about masculine here. And also we are talking about masculine here. Only here we are talking about feminine. So only one pronoun that we are learning is for feminine, which is ha, and hu and ka are used for masculine. Ka and hu are used for masculine. So for anta we use ka, and similarly when you want to talk about something that belongs to you, so we know that the detached pronoun we use is ana, which means I. So for masculine, we use ana. For example, you say ana Bilalun. And similarly for feminine, we also use ana, and you say ana Aisha too. And similarly, when we use ya, it will also be used for both. It will be used for the masculine and for the feminine. So when you want to say this is my book, how do we say? We will say hada kitabi. This is my book. So is it for Bilal or is it for Aisha? When he or she says hada kitabi, so who is it used for? Is it used for Bilal or Aisha? Yeah, it is used for both. Excellent. So we use it for both. Excellent. So we say hada kitabi. So the attached pronouns, excellent. The four attached pronouns that we are going to learn in this lesson, they are who, ha, ka, and e, or we can say ya. So hu, ha, ka, and ya. Ya is used for both, whereas hu and ka are used for the masculine, and ha is used for the feminine. This is used for feminine. Okay. Both detached and attached pronouns are definite. Very important piece of information. Please note it down. Whether we talk about the detached pronouns, for example, huwa, hiya, anta, and ana, they are definite. We have learned about it already. Similarly, the attached pronouns, damir and muttasilun, for example, hu, ha, ka, and ya, they are also definite. So inshallah, I'm sure this information will definitely help us a lot. And this information is very, very important. Both detached and attached pronouns are definite. Now, a little bit more on this, and you know that whenever we learn something new, we try to focus on that so that there is nothing that is not clear. We want to make, inshallah, everything clear. So, for example, we say Muhammad's book, Kitabu Muhammadin, and we say that Kitabu is Mudafun and Muhammadin is Mudafun ilayhi. And the thing possessed and the possessor, Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh. And the translation will be Muhammad's book or the book of Muhammad. Now we want to use the attached pronouns, for example, hu and ka, and we know that these are attached pronouns. So if you want to say his book, we will say kitabu hu. Kitabu hu. So kitabu will be mudaf and hu will be mudafun ilayhi. Kitabu hu will be also mudaf ilayhi. So kitabu Muhammadin is mudaf ilayhi, and kitabu hu is also mudaf ilayhi. So now we can see that whenever we use the attached pronouns, whenever we use them with the noun, they will be always used as mudaf ilayh. Let me repeat it again. Whenever we use the attached pronouns with the noun, then they will always be used as mudaf ilayhi. Please remember that we can use them with the verb and also we can use them with the preposition, but here we are focusing on using them with the noun. And kitabuhu means his book, and the construction kitabuhu becomes mudafun wa mudafun ilayhi. Kitabuhu, his book. Similarly, we say kitabu plus ka, so kitabu will be mudafun and ka will be mudafun ilayhi. And when we say kitabuka, it means your book, and it is mudaf ilayhi. So this construction, I mean the phrase which is called the idafa phrase or mudafun ilayhi, that is also used a lot. And it is a little bit different from others, I would say, a little bit complicated, but inshallah, with the passage of time, we will get used to it. Now, I have a question. Can I say al-kitabuka? Is it possible to say al-kitabuka? Yes, please tell me quickly. If I want to say no, okay, why not? Why? Because we know, yes, we know that mudaf does not take al, and mudaf does not take tanween. Excellent. So that will be a big mistake if I say al-kitabuka, because mudaf does not take al and mudaf does not take tanween. That's number one. And number two, I have told you that all the attached pronouns, they are definite, and kitab was indefinite, but when we use an indefinite with a definite noun, it also becomes definite. So now please remember that kitab is definite and ka is definite. Both of them are marifa. So that's why we cannot use al with that. Excellent. An attached pronoun, damirun muttasilun, when attached to a noun, is always mudafun ilayhi, and the noun it is attached to is mudafun, as we have discussed earlier. The attached pronoun is in this case is always majroor. Okay, please remember that the attached pronoun is always majroor, but we will not change it into kasra because they are fixed. Okay, so we can't change them into kasra, so we cannot say kitabu, and we will not change the ending to make it majroor. The ending will not change. In some cases the ending changes, but when we use them as mudaf ilayh, the ending will not change. Let's begin the lesson now. It says ad-darsu al-ashiru, lesson number 10, and we know that ad-darsu al-ashiru is basically adjective phrase. This is mawsuf and this is sifa. So we need to focus on everything now, so that we get used to everything that we have learned so far. Hamidan, man anta, very simple sentence. Who are you? And we know that anta is subject and man is predicate. Mubtadaun wa khabarun. Muhammadun says, Ana talibun bil jamiati. So here is your preposition ba. And the first use of ba we are learning over here, that it is used for place. It is used for place. So for example, we say, Ana talibun bil jamiati. So ana will be subject and talibun will be predicate, and bil jamiati is jar majroor. So ana talibun bil jamiati. I am a student at the university. I am a student at the university. So when we talk about the place, the preposition that we can use is be, bil jamiati. Hamidun, anta talibun jadidun. So what kind of construction is a phrase is this? Talibun jadidun. Please tell me quickly. Anta talibun jadidun. Are you a new student? So talibun jadidun is mawsuf or sifa, noun and adjective. Man'ut wa na'at. Excellent. So the beauty of these books is, like, we must appreciate and we must make dua for our sheikh that whatever we learned in the previous lesson, the first part of the lesson will be basically a review of what we have learned in the previous lesson. So now you will see that the first slide is basically, it is a review of what we have already learned. Okay. And inshallah, in the next part of the lesson, we will talk about the new ideas that we have learned now. So these are the things that we must appreciate and also make dua for the sheikh, that mashallah, he has done a very good job. May Allah protect him and give him healthy life. So anta talibun jadidun, are you a new student? Na'am, ana talibun jadidun. Yes, I am a new student. And the second thing that we need to know, that first we are introduced to the endings of the nouns, but when the same noun appears or when the same construction appears for the second time, the ending disappears. Why does that ending disappear? That means we should get used to it and we should know that it should be ana talibun jadidun. I am a new student. Min aina anta? Where are you from? A very simple sentence. So anta will be subject and min will or min aina and will be predicate. Min aina anta? Where are you from? And he says ana min al Hindi. I am from India. Why there is al with Hind? Does anyone remember? We know that Hind is already a definite noun. So when we use al with that, does it become double definite? Of course not. So why there is al with that? Number one, there is al with that because the Arabs used it and we will follow the way they used it. That's number one. And number two, we say that this is al az-zaida. That means extra al. It does not make anything, it does not change the meaning. However, it is used. Why? Because the Arabs used it. So when we say ana min al Hindi, the translation will be the same. I am from India. There is no need to say I am from the India, as we can't say really. So we will say I am from India. Hamidun Masmuka. What is your name? What kind of ma is this? Please tell me quickly. Masmuka, what is your name? What kind of ma is this? Ma al istifhamiya. Why do we use it? We use it to ask a question. Yeah, so this is the first type of ma we have already learned, and it means what. And inshallah, today we will also learn about the second type of ma, which is used for negation. Masmuka. Okay, what about ismuka? What kind of construction is this? What kind of phrase is this? Ismuka. Ismuka is mudaf ilayh. Why it is mudaf ilayh? Because ismu is noun and ka is the attached pronoun, and we have learned that when the noun and the attached pronoun they come together, they are always used as mudaf ilayh. What is your name? And he says, and now we can see over here that basically it's a combination of ismu. It's a combination of ismu plus ka, so it becomes ismuka. What is your name? Okay, up to here it's very simple, but now there is a change that will take place. Please focus on that change. Muhammadun ismi Muhammadun. My name is Muhammad. Now, how did we read it? Ismi Muhammadun. Okay, so now we need to see, like, why do we have kasra over there? Because here we have dhamma, right? Here we have dhamma, and we know that ismi is basically subject and Muhammadun is predicate, right? So as we can see over here, ismi Muhammadun, my name is Muhammad. So now we can see that it was basically ismu, and after that we have ya. And we know that ya is compatible with kasra. Ya is compatible with what? Ya is compatible with kasra. So that's why this dhamma has changed into kasra. This information is very, very important. Please let me repeat it again. When you say ismi Muhammadun, ismi is subject and Muhammadun is predicate. It was basically ismu, but when we use ya with that, then we know that ya is compatible with kasra, or there is always kasra before ya. So that's why it has changed from ismu to ismi Muhammadun. You know that there are three long vowels, right? What are the three long vowels? We have alif, waw, and ya, right? Alif is compatible with fatha, so we say ba. Waw is compatible with dhamma, we say bu. And ya is compatible with kasra, so we say bi, right? So ba, bu, bi. So that's why it has changed from ismu, it has changed into ismi. Ismi Muhammadun, my name is Muhammad. Hamidun wa man hadha al-fata alladhi mak. And who is this young boy who is with you? Okay. Does anyone remember alladhi? What kind of noun is this and what does it mean? Alladhi, it is ismul mawsul, right? It is ismul mawsul and it means who when we use it for a person. And fata is basically, it means a young boy, right? Excellent. So, وَمَنْ هَذَا الْفَتَى الَّذِي مَعَكَ, and who is this boy or young boy who is with you? Muhammadun, Muhammad, huwa zamili, he is my classmate. So again, zamili, it was basically the combination of zamilu plus ya, and we call it ya al-mutakallim. the ya of the speaker. So when the speaker says something, when he says my, then this dhamma changes into kasra. So it becomes he is my classmate. Huwa zamili. Hamidun ahuwa aidan min al Hindi. Is he also from India? Very simple sentence. Muhammadan la huwa min al Yabani. No, he is from Japan. So these are very simple sentences we have discussed several times. So inshallah, I'm sure that everything is clear now. So what is basically needed to focus over here is basically on the attached pronouns. For example, ka means your, and ya means my, and similarly, we have ya here again, it means my, and so on and so forth. Hamidun masmuhu. What is his name? So now you see how the pronouns are changing. Masmuhu, before it was masmuka, and now we have masmuhu. What is his name? And we know that Hamza of Ismun is Hamzatul Wasl, so that's why when we connect it, we don't read it. So we will say masmuhu, what is his name? Okay, yeah. So masmuhu, what is his name? As of now, we can see that when we are asking a question, it means what? Ma means what? So for asking a question, we know that we use it means what. And inshallah, when we reach like how to use it as negative, then inshallah we will focus on that at that time. As of now, we know that ma means what, and it is used to ask a question. Muhammadun ismuhu Hamzatu. His name is Hamza. Okay, I have a question. Hamza does not have tanween. Why not? Yes, please tell me quickly. Hamza does not have tanween. Why not? Because it's a diptote. Okay, why is it a diptote? Because it's a masculine name and it ends with ta marbuta. So all the masculine names that end with ta marbuta, they are diptote. It has to be a masculine name and it should end with ta marbuta. And if both of the requirements are met, that means it is mamnu min as-sarf, it is diptote, and it will not accept tanween. So here we have ismuhu. It's a combination of ismu plus hu, and it means ismuhu, that means his name. And then the answer is ismuhu Hamzatu, his name is Hamza. And we know that hu basically means his. Hu means his. Hamidun ma lughatuka ya Muhammadu. Ya Muhammadu, as we know that after ya, the singular noun does not take tanween. It will not take tanween. So we will say, Ma lughatuka ya Muhammadu. What is your language, O Muhammad? Basically, it means which language do you speak? But I believe that we should translate it as it is so that we get used to it. So he says, Ma lughatuka ya Muhammadu. What is your language, O Muhammad? And we know that ka means your, and it is used for singular masculine. Muhammadun lughati al-urdiyatu. Lughati al-urdiyatu. He says, my language is Urdu. Okay, so now we can see here that it was basically lughatu, and then after that we have okay, so here we have lughatuka, and then when we move on to my language, so you will say lughatu, and then after that we have ya, and it becomes lughati. Okay, lughati. So if we have ya, please don't drop it. Okay, don't drop it. In fact, it is ya. It is ta marbuta. So when we have ta, we don't drop it. It is ta marbuta. And when we connect ya with that, then it becomes the regular ta, as we can see over here. It will not remain as ta al marbuta anymore. Now it becomes a regular ta. It becomes lughati. So he says, lughati al-urdiyatu. My language is Urdu. So here we have ya al-mutakallim, as you said, and it means my language is Urdu. Hamidun. Ahiya lughatun sahlatun. Is it an easy language? Ahiya lughatun sahlatun. Is it an easy language? Muhammadun. Naam. Yes. Hiya lughatun sahlatun. Yes, it is an easy language. Again, we have the case endings here, but we do not have the case endings here. And that means that this is a predicate and it has to be marfu. Yes, it is an easy language. It's an easy language. Okay. Lughatun sahlatun. What kind of phrase is this? What kind of phrase is this? It is an adjective phrase. Okay, adjective phrase. Why? because we have noun and adjective, we have mawsuf and sifa. All right. After that, Hamidun wa Hamzatu, and Hamza, ma lughatuhu, what is his language? Now you see, mashallah, it's a beautiful lesson where we have lots of practice about the attached pronouns. And of course, when we practice these attached pronouns, and inshallah, when we start reciting the Quran, then we will also come across many examples of the attached pronouns. So that's why these books and this course is also helping us a lot, where we can recognize all these things that we are learning now. Wa Hamzatu ma lughatuhu, and Hamza, what is his language? Lughatuhu al-Yabaniyatu. His language is Japanese. وهي لغة صعبة, and it is a difficult language. اللغة اليابانية, the Japanese language. Okay. His language is Japanese and it is a difficult language. Hamidun, Aina abuka ya Muhammadu. Again, we have a new idea. Please focus on that. Aina abuka ya Muhammadu. Where is your father, O Muhammad? Where is your father, O Muhammad? Okay. Now here, what do we have? We have abun, and after that we have ka. So the construction should be abuka, right? It should be abuka. Aina abuka. But did you notice any change? The change that has taken place over here? There is an extra wow that has been added over here, and it becomes abuka. So please remember that whenever you use it as marfu', whenever you use it as subject, or whenever you use it as predicate, it will always be marfu', and it will always be used as abuka. Aina abuka ya Muhammadu, and we know that abuka is subject and aina is predicate. Why aina is predicate? Because aina is a dharf, and dharf and preposition, they cannot be subject, they will always be predicate. So aina abuka ya Muhammadu, where is your father, O Muhammad? So did you get this idea? So whenever we have abun, and with abun we have attached pronoun, then we have to say, we can't say abuka, we have to say abuka. Excellent. Okay, I can, all right. And then Muhammadun, he says, Abi fil Kuwaiti. Abi fil Kuwaiti. My father is in Kuwait. So Abi is the subject and fil Kuwaiti is predicate. And also he gives more information about his father. He says, Huwa tabibun shahirun. He is a famous merchant. So he says he is in Kuwait and he is a famous merchant. Now we can see over here that what happened over here, and the thing that we need to notice, basically, okay, so it was over here, we can see it is abun, and after that we have ya, and then what happens over there? When we have ya needs what? It needs kasra, right? Ya needs kasra, so that's why it has changed into abi. It has changed into abi. Now there is no need to insert wow into that, because with ya al-mutakallim, as we say, or the ya of the speaker, when we have this, we will only insert kasra before it, and there is no need to add wow to that. So it becomes abi fil Kuwaiti. My father is in Kuwait. Huwa tabibun shahirun. He is a famous doctor. Wa aina ummuka, and where is your mother? So again, ummuka is subject and aina is predicate, and where is your mother? Now we can see over here that ummun plus ka means ummuka. When we talk about ummuka, there is no need to add wow to that. Only when we say abuka or abuhu or abuha, only then we have to add wow. But when we say your mother, ummuka, then there is no need to add wow to that. Muhammadun hiya aidan fil Kuwaiti. She is also in Kuwait. Ma abi, with my father. Okay, I have a question. After ma, why do we have abi? Why not abu? Why do we have abi? Because after ma, we have to use jar, we have to use the noun which is majroor. Okay, so abi is basically majroor over here. with my father. Hiya ma abi, she's with my father. Hiya mudarrisatun hunaka, she is a teacher over there. Now please see here, this is not madrasatun, this is mudarrisatun. So you might be confused and you might say it is madrasatun. No, it is mudarrisatun, that means teacher, and hunak means there, and this is also a dharf. She is a teacher over there. It's like little bit long lesson, so inshallah I think we will stop over here, and when inshallah we meet again, we will continue with the rest of the lesson. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.